Hello, mighty companion. This is Earl Purdy, and I'm going to do lesson 137. I'm going to read lesson 137 to you. And lesson 137 is, when I am healed, I am not healed alone. When I am healed, I am not healed alone. When I am healed, I am not healed alone. When I am healed, I am not healed alone. When I am healed, I am not healed alone remains the central thought on which your healing and salvation rests, because healing is the opposite of all the world's ideas. All the world's ideas dwell on sickness and on separated states. Sickness is a retreat from others. Sickness is a shutting off of joining. Sickness becomes a door that closes on a separate self and keeps the separate self isolated and alone. Isolated and alone. Sickness is isolation, because sickness seems to keep yourself apart from all the rest, to suffer what other people do not feel. Sickness gives your body final power to make your separation from God real, and keep your mind in solitary prison, split apart and held in pieces by a solid wall of sickened flesh which it cannot surmount. The world obeys the laws that sickness serves, but healing operates apart from the laws of the world. It is impossible that anyone can be healed alone. In sickness must a person be apart and separate. But healing is your own decision to be one again, and to accept yourself with all your parts intact and unassailed. In sickness does yourself appear to be dismembered. In sickness does yourself appear to be dismembered, and without the unity that gives yourself life. But healing is accomplished. Healing is accomplished as you see that the body has no power to attack the universal oneness of God's Son. Sickness would prove that lies must be the truth, but healing demonstrates that the truth is true. The separation sickness would impose has never really happened. To be healed is merely to accept what always was the simple truth, and always will remain exactly as it has forever been. Yet eyes accustomed to illusions must be shown that what they look upon is false. So healing, never needed by the truth. Healing must demonstrate that sickness is not real. Healing must thus be called a counter dream. A counter dream cancels out the dream of sickness in the name of truth, but not in truth itself. Just as forgiveness, just as correct perception overlooks all sins that never were accomplished, healing, real healing, but removes illusions that have not occurred. Just as the real world will arise to take the place of what has never been, healing but offers restitution for imagined states. Healing but offers restitution for imagined states and false ideas which dreams embroider into pictures of the truth. Yet think not healing is unworthy of your function here, for Antichrist becomes more powerful than Christ. Antichrist becomes more powerful than Christ to those who dream the world is real. The body seems to be more solid and more stable than the mind, and love becomes a dream, while fear remains the one reality that must be seen and justified and finally understood. Just as forgiveness shines away all sin and the real world will occupy the place of what you made, so healing must replace the fantasies of sickness which you hold before the simple truth. When sickness has been seen to disappear, in spite of all the laws that hold the sickness can't but be real, then questions have been answered, and the laws can no longer, those old laws of the world can no longer be cherished and therefore obeyed. Healing is freedom. Healing is freedom. I'm going to continue this lesson in part 2 of this lesson, that when I am healed, I am not healed alone. So check out the video part 2 of When I Am Healed, I Am Not Healed Alone on YouTube or in a link that I sent you. Alright, this is Earl Purdy. We're going to continue with part 2 of When I'm Healed, I Am Not Healed Alone, lesson 137 on the next video. Yeah.